What's going on with these pastors? Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. This is another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. And today's topic, pastor. The churches. See, this is the year of the truth. And church, you guys may be tumbling down because you're spreading a bunch of lies. This is why. Why would a pastor ask you to donate $1,000? I thought you were supposed to come as you are. I thought you were supposed to give them 10% of what you have. All right? So how do you know someone has $1,000 just to give to the congregation? How do you really know that? And let me tell y'all the side effects of this, and y'all really have to pay attention to this, right? Why wouldn't you give the pastor $1,000, right? Why wouldn't you give the pastor $1,000? Why he riding around in a Bentley? He got a house bigger than the church. Y'all know y'all pay for that, right? Do y'all know y'all paid for that? Now, is the money going back to the community? After you pay that $1,000, where is it going? That's my point of view. If it's in the right hands and it's going to help the world and make the world a better place, then I am all for it. But if it's going to self and just helping self to get to a better place, then this is where I say no, no, no. Y'all see the hat right there, right? And it's a reason why I decided to do this message. Don't shoot the messenger, shoot the message. Do not shoot the messenger. See, schools and churches are considered programming centers to me. Think about it. All your values and how you act in today's world, right? Doesn't it stem from your program from your parents? Which then leads, who used to run it back way back then? The churches. Study history. Study history. It was churches versus the scientific community, right? That's what roughed up the whole thing. It was the churches. They was at the top of the hierarchy. Now, we're in 2024, and they're still somewhat at the top of the hierarchy. Now, schools. I am all for great education. Learning the things that you need to learn to make the world a better place. Science, tech, engineering, and math, and anything that you can add value to your community. I'm all for that. I understand that. But let's attack the 80% of schooling, right? What is it for? It programs you to want to work for the masses or want to work for a certain kind of people. You would never be an entrepreneur who just, let me do everything the right way. Go to school, get a job, and XYZ. No, if everyone's doing the same thing, then my advice, don't do it. That's my advice. But let's get back to the churches. Let's get back to the money, right? I don't support that. Do I believe in God? Yes. Because finding God is your purpose. That's why purpose is right there. Finding God is your purpose, because once you find God, he will let you know what you need to do to make this world a better place. You hear that inside voice that talks to you. He told me, go ahead, talk about this, because most of the people are scared to talk about it. Churches, y'all sit on top of the hill. Y'all actually beating the poor people down. I don't think God will want that to happen. Y'all just seen the man who supposedly, hypothetically, he had his side chick to come inside of the congregation, and look what happened. He has a wife. He's stepping out. The side chick decides to come to the church. He don't want to leave the congregation because he believed that he must get voted out, just like the presidents and everything else, right? So I never understood why they passed that gold plate around. I never understood it. Do I believe in God? Yes, I do. Yes. Do I believe I believe it's two things. It's either positive or negative. We can let's just go to an energetic level, right? You got positive ions and negative ions. Okay, let's just go to thought. You got positive thoughts and negative thoughts. So I believe in positivity, which means I believe in God, right? If you believe in negativity, then you believe in the devil. It's just that simple. And one of the greatest things that the devil did was told you that he don't exist. When we all know it all starts with a thought. Everything is with a thought. So you have a negative thought, that's demonic. If you have a positive thought, that's angelic. Can we talk about it? So don't come to me, because I know the church committee and the church community, they're going to try to come to me. You guys are attacking our sanctuary. Are we? Oh, it's just sanctuary poisoned, and I was sent here to make sure that the people know, hey, it's not what it seems. God left that church a long time ago. When money entered the church, he left. Because if you don't use money for good, right, what then do you use it for? If you're not spreading and helping the world, what are you using the money for? If you're not adding value to people, then what are you doing? You adding value to yourself? We weren't made or created for self. Let me repeat. We were not made, nor were we created for self. So understand that. So if you don't have it in your pocket, and you going to church, and you listening to the word, and you don't have it, and someone's pressuring you to give them $1,000, tell them no. You don't have it. That ain't 10% of what you have. It's not. And don't feel no type of way. Because what I found out is that some of these preachers, they ain't practicing what they preach. That's what I found out. And most of them aren't. They doing it all for the money. Let me hit you with a side note. Did you know in order to have a church, right, you have to go to a specific church bank to get funding? If you do not talk about what they want you to talk about, that's why I called it the programming centers. If you don't run their program, no dineros, no monies, none of those things. You don't get any of those things. But why? Why don't you get those things? Why? If you don't have the money to give, don't reach in your pocket to give it. Okay? Especially you giving it to people that don't have your best interests. And that's what I see it to be. Most of these leaders, they don't have your best interests. From the schools, which is the doctrine, and you can go back in history to see what family created the school system, the Carnegie system, the Carnegie family, which then leads to the family that still runs the world on today. So we got to break free away from that. It's this book that I read that shows you how a certain instrument or a certain facility like the schools and churches are used just to program you. That's where all your beliefs come from. What you think is right is wrong come from. Those are all these things come from. But they would never tell you to focus on your inner purpose. They will never tell you that. So I said, let's create a problem. That's a problem. This is a solution. Don't shoot the messenger. Shoot the message. Smash that like button. Like I say, don't feel under pressure to apologize. Don't feel under pressure if your church is asking you for $1,000, then you don't have. I've never seen that before. I said, my fathers. How do these people really feel? Do they really care about you, or are they doing it for the money? Like I say, when money enter church, it's never been a good thing. It's never been a good thing. Unless, now you do have some churches that the man will allow things to happen, right? You do have some churches along that programming. But other than that, it's hard to find God in them churches. I think he left a long time ago. He talked to me every day, and I talked to him back every day. And I asked him, I said, man, I know that I'm just following your directions. So what is it? He said, keep doing what you're doing. Eventually they will get the message. And he said it sounds a bit radical. He's like, why would this young boy, young youth, young man cross out schools? He don't understand that education's important. Yes, I do. I understand it's so important that I had to cross it out. Why would he cross out churches? That's a big conglomerate. Because I understand that most of their principles and the people that's doing these things, they're not practicing what they preach. I understand that. The only thing that I can see that people really need to focus on to make this world a better place is becoming the best version of themselves. And the only way to do that is to gain your purpose. So that's the message right here. I'm just here to just deliver the message. Leave a message after the beep. Just delivering the message. On that note, smash that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. Leave your comments down below. I really want to know what you think about these churches. Can't believe it. They in it all for the money. They in it all for the money. Watch out. On that note, peace, blessings, love.